and we will go from there. So just if you're watching the VOD or if you're here now already, just give me a sec. And we'll figure this out. So, yeah. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, I received this message in my email. So my entire channel has been demonetized, and that's very, very, very frustrating. It appears that the live chat has no super chat button, which is one of the primary ways that I get money on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this little ticker a lot bigger for right now. Yeah, so I've got a tweet right here that I will share in the live chat. And if you could retweet this or, you know, reply or send it to somebody. I don't know. I'm just streaming just to stream. So that I'm just streaming so that you know, so that way people know what's going on. I'm sorry, I'm a little disheveled right now, because I had like a double dip of cringe. So I don't necessarily want to talk about what else happened at the moment, but I had a double dip of cringe, and so this happened, and then I went to go do something else, and then that was extremely frustrating to deal with. So kind of not in a good mood right now, but I'm fine overall, so you don't need to worry about me. I'm just saying, like, I apologize ahead of time if my tone is a little awkward as of this current moment in time. So okay, how did I find out why? How do you find out why? You don't. There is no find out why. This is the thing with the big tech, you know, they just have everything run by robots, and so you just don't find out why. So what is my Patreon? As you can see on the screen, my Patreon is patreon.com/cyberdemon531, and my PayPal is something, paypal.me/Andrea the doggy. Yes. So if you want to help me with that, that would be very nice. I'm gonna respond to messages real quick, because I got a lot of messages right now, so just give me a sec, okay? This is a very impromptu live stream. This is, you know, I'm just sitting here so you get the scoop, and that way if someone shows up, I can answer questions, and that kind of stuff. So Max is currently downstairs playing with other doggies. I'm letting him have a good time, and yeah. But yeah, so apparently the super chat button is just completely gone. Is that correct? Can someone verify that as of this current moment? It's gone. Okay. Yeah, I really, I'm very confused. I'm very, very, very confused. Obviously, again, if you want to help me out here, really the only option at this point is PayPal and Patreon. So I just want to say again, I'm not gonna stop streaming. So like I'll still do like, you know, every single day and everything. But this is definitely not something I anticipated on. Hello Jefferson. On happening. And of course, you know, I was saying, you know, look at me. I was saying like 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I was like, oh yeah, January. That was me. I was like, oh yeah, January, man. What's gonna go on in February? Well, apparently this is gonna go on in February. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, I'm a little frustrated, as you could probably tell. Again, I had some other shit that went on just about like 20 minutes ago that was very frustrating as well on a whole different platform. Or not, you know, like, just, you know. So I'm a little bit high strung at the moment. But, yeah. So, what's up, y'all? How's it going? How's it going, right? How the hell is it going? I'd like to say thank you to the folks that have given me money on PayPal and everything. Chud Logic just tweeted out that who is that? Temporarily embarrassed goddess. Is this happening to like a bunch of people? Because that makes me a little less nervous. If it's happening to all kinds of different people, because that means there's a higher likelihood of it being fixed. Or that's not the case, and we're all just shit fucked. Right? So it's like, I don't know. But that you know, that's a different perspective a little bit. Oh, I just saw it happen to Ford Fisher. I follow them. They're a random journalist. I follow them. Okay. So this is happening to a lot of people then. Okay. Okay. Well, that makes me a little less worried, I think. A little less. But, you know. It makes me a little less worried. But, you know, still, obviously, it's worrying. But, you know. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry if I'm a little, you know, I'm trying to, there's a lot of information entering my brain at one time, so bear with me here. But yeah, if you could help me out in any fashion, whether it's via Patreon or PayPal, or if you want cryptocurrency, I can provide cryptocurrency addresses for whatever's on Binance. But yeah, so this is like very, 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 very frustrating, obviously, because again, let me show you the bar graph that is now gone, the bar graph that has been deleted because of its you know, irrelevancy now. But reminder, I was making shit fuck on YouTube all the way up until literally last month, as you can tell. So, you know, assuming, and we all know that, you know, the assumption is that, you know, okay, you can't give me money on Super Chats, so theoretically, if everyone just didn't give me money on Super Chats and gave it via PayPal, theoretically I'd get more money. Right, because YouTube takes a cut, PayPal does not take a cut. So theoretically, I'd get more money, right? But, you know, that all goes into the whole, like, that also doesn't account for, like, random people that want to, you know, like, come by and, like, that's a whole, you know, there's a lot of mathematics going on there. But clearly, January might be the outlier, and it looks like there won't be a February, and there theoretically wouldn't be anything. Like, I don't know how, like, it could be possible that YouTube is doing one of those, like, bizarre, like, house cleaning things. That's possible, that it could just be a bizarre, we're just going to demonetize every channel that's ever covered anything ever. I don't know. But, okay, so apparently it's, some people are sending me messages, that some other podcasters have been having the same thing. So not just journalists, but apparently some other podcasters have the same thing going on. So again, that makes me a little bit less nervous, but still very nervous nonetheless, obviously. Any political commentary will be demonetized outside of legacy media. All videos with swearing too, podcasts and all. See, that's not true. I've heard a lot of people say that, but that is not true. Because I swear a lot. Like, I probably swear more than any other YouTuber. Like, right? You know what I mean? Like, I swear more than almost anybody. And I still got pretty decent ad revenue. Like, obviously nowhere near, like, a lot of my videos have that, like, that yellow thing where it's, like, limited monetization. But either way, I'd still make, like, a couple bucks on, like, a video. So it's like, yeah, like, you know, going from making, let's say I make $2 a video, like, average, right? And I upload, or not even that, like, let's just even go, like, with the worst case scenario, which is, like, you know, 50 cents, right? But I upload, like, fucking 10 of them a day. You know, that is a lot of money to just disappear. You know what I mean? So that's, like, that's a little bit of a problematic thing. What are my base expenses? I don't really have an answer for that, to be honest with you. I'd say, like, maybe 600 or 700 per month are kind of like my bare minimum. Which, you know, like I was saying over the past, like, while, I was making that in just ad revenue without super chats and all that other crap, and then the super chats, like, really, you know, alright, like, goddamn. But if that all just converted to PayPal, I would make whatever that is with an additional 20%, which would theoretically make up for that, but, you know, that's, you know, I'm sorry, I'm texting people. There's a, you know, just give me a break. This is not a normal situation, so. We have to move away from YouTube. It must happen. I agree. But I don't, like, just saying that, you know, like, one of those actions speak louder than words scenarios. I agree, but how do we do that? I don't know. I guess this is actually, hold up, I should use this. This is, like, an actually good moment to discuss another platform I utilize. For those of you, I'm sorry, this is going to seem like a little shilly, but bear with me. For those of you that don't know, I'm on another platform called Hive. Hive is a social media cryptocurrency-based platform, where I post my videos and I get mad cash. So for example, this video, $7, right? And then, like, you know, this video's 66 cents. It's pretty good. I'm going to link this in the chat. And you can sign up for a Hive account. It is not something that happens instantaneously. I think it's like a multiple day long process. Because of the way it works as a blockchain, it has to like take a little bit to update accounts and create new ones. But if everyone who followed me were on this platform and utilized it in the same fashion that I do, that problem of dealing with monetization would go away. The way this website works is it is a cryptocurrency-based platform that pays out in an inflationary crypto reward system. And what that means basically is, inflationary means it increases at a certain percentage every day. There are more and more of the so-called crypto tokens. Similar to how the United States dollar, every year or so will be 2% less valuable because it is there's more and more United States dollars. Now, so the way that works is, for example, if you upvote a video, it creates new tokens based on how many people upvote a video. So like, for example, this video's got like $7 because a bunch of people upvoted it, and DTube upvoted it, which is a YouTube alternative that I also use. So, basically, if you put no money into this, you will make money afterward. Yes, I am demonetized. I'll put this little thing back up here. If you put money into Hive, however, your vote, your upvote or downvote or whatever, is worth more. So like, for example, my upvote is worth like 5 cents. So if I upvote a video, that video will make 5 cents, which is pegged to the United States dollar. It's a little loose, it's not like a 1000% hardcore peg. It's a little loose. So sometimes it's, worth 98 cents. Sometimes it's worth $1.20. That fluctuates a little. So for example, if you were to post something on Hive, for example, and I were to upvote it, you would make, that post would be worth 5 cents. So then when the post gets paid out, the payout period, a lot of these websites, like YouTube is a payout period of like, 45 days or so is a payout period. But with Hive, the payout period is every 7 days from when you post something. So for example, if my post has 5 cents and then 7 days later, it is divided in half. Half gets paid to the people that voted on the content, and half gets paid to the author. So for example, if you vote on all of my content, what that means is I will get half of the money of that vote, and then also you will get half of the money for that vote. So theoretically, if you were to create a an account on this platform and not buy any of the crypto tokens, which, obviously you shouldn't do, or unless you have that kind of financial position. But if you just upvoted all of my content, that would help me make more money without you spending anything. All it really does require, I guess, is just having another thing in your bookmarks tab, and you just click on it once a day or whatever, and then just boom, 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 boom. But I would like to put a little bit more effort into Hive. If the demonetization on YouTube, I will post this again. If the demonetization on YouTube sticks, meaning, let's say hypothetically, let's say they don't reverse the decision, right? Okay. Well, if they don't reverse the decision, then we're gonna have to find a workaround. But if they do reverse the decision, dude, Jason, I'm sorry, man. Whatever you're doing isn't funny. If they do reverse the decision, obviously this is something that y'all should do anyway, because we would still make money on that. So like, that's like, you should do this anyway if you want to, kind of build something like that. But if they do restore it, then it's not that much of a pressing concern. But just let me tell you a little bit of my personal interaction with this website. I've been on Hive, which used to be called Steam, until there was like, I'll go into that later. But this platform I've been posting my videos on, because I've been a YouTuber for a long time. So I've been posting my videos on this platform for about, I want to say 3 years. And there was a time where I made no money on like YouTube or streaming or whatever, and the only money I made was on Hive, and I managed to like pay my rent, I managed to buy food, just from my Hive earnings for a couple months. So like you can make decent cash on here. So I'm just throwing that out there, So I'd recommend making an account on this website, and I'll talk more about that later. But that's just something that just throwing that out there. It's free to make an account. It's got the speculative value if you are into that shit. And then also, I can make some money. You can make some money. Just throwing it out there. But yeah, so back to like the main thing. Apparently a bunch of people on Twitter are talking. I'm seeing a bunch of people. I just saw titties pop up in my feed. That's great. But I saw a bunch of other people that aren't posting titties post about how their channels are getting demonetized as well. So this is really, really, really interesting. So it's not just me. It's a bunch of other people. I don't necessarily want to like say these people's usernames. I don't know if they, I'd prefer. I don't know. Is that weird? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little weird on that stuff. But I've seen at least 5 other people say, okay, hold up. Yeah, around 5 other people that I've seen so far have said the same thing with the same thing. So for me, it says I got dinged for, quote, harmful content. So this is what it said to me. My content is harmful to viewers. What does that mean? TJ Kirk too. Okay. Is Hive in America? No, it is international. You can do it from whatever. So everyone that I've seen who's gotten demonetized has gotten demonetized because their content has been, quote, harmful to viewers. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean anything. The way that these websites operate is they make all the language as vague as possible so that they can just mean whatever they want at any given moment. So, harmful to viewers, what does that mean? Is me preaching a socialist agenda harmful to viewers? Well, depending on if your perspective is YouTube and a socialist agenda goes against, a corporatocracy, then sure, I guess it's harmful to viewers in that sense. Right, so harmful to viewers could literally mean anything. Is this just another adpocalypse? It seems so, because, again, I've seen some other people post the same thing, some journalists, some other left-wing podcasters. I've seen the Convo Couch has been demonetized. So yeah, this seems to be, it seems to be happening to a lot of people. So, hold up, I got a text. What is this? Yeah, so again, this is like a bizarre situation. And it seems to be affecting a lot of people. Huge win in the marketplace of ideas. Convo Couch is another one of these bizarre YouTube channels that I've been feuding with over the last couple months. But I just saw on my feed because I follow one of those people. Yeah, I know Max is downstairs and he's kind of playing. So, But yeah, it seems a lot of people are having this issue, so it's not just me. It's not just me. So again, if you want to help me out, again, I'm not a huge fan of shilling myself, but I guess I should. If you want me to say thank you for giving me money, I would, I mean, I don't, like, the thing with PayPal is it gives me real names, and I don't necessarily want to violate anyone's privacy here. But thank you if you did give me money on PayPal. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So like I was saying before, someone asked before, my monthly expenses are probably around $600-700 a month. So I mean, theoretically, for the month of February, if I could make that via PayPal and Patreon, I'd be good to go. But again, the YouTube ad revenue does play a big chunk of that. If I were to do like a pie chart or whatever, maybe I should do a pie chart. Maybe, I don't know. But if I were to do a pie chart, I would say that ad revenue makes up about like 60%, maybe 70% of my income. Well, actually, I don't know. The thing is, the super chats over the last month I haven't quantified as well. So maybe it's like more like 50-50. But again, either way, it does take up a big chunk. So I'm going to find a way to supplement that somehow. Put the PayPal link in the description of this video. Is it in the description? Maybe I'll do that. I'll do that. Again, I'm sorry if I'm a little disheveled. I'm just a little disheveled. that's just the situation. I am in fact a little disheveled. And that's just, you know, don't hate me for that, but almost forgot how a hyperlink works. It's there you go. Yeah. All right. I am adding PayPal to the description of the video, so if you want to refresh the page, you'll be able to click and do that in the description. And I will also post these 2 ways of giving me money in the chat. And again, I don't necessarily want to be one of those fuckers that's like, give me money, man. Because, like, all I really need is enough money to live. I'm not really, like, you know, a hyper-capitalist. I'm not necessarily trying to, like, grow an empire here. I mean, I would like to, right? I would like to, but really all I really need to feel comfortable is just have enough money to, you know, make sure I don't have to worry about anything. Am I shifting platforms? No, not necessarily. I mean, if my YouTube channel got banned, maybe I would, but not necessarily at this moment. But again, if you do want to keep as well informed with me, I highly recommend joining my Discord server. And I will send that link in the chat as well. If you don't have Discord and you don't know what that is, Discord is like it's like Slack. It's like, you know, you join a server and you can talk to other people. There is no appeal process. Hello, cat lady. There is no appeal process. It just says, try again in 30 days. And it doesn't tell you what you did wrong. Like, it says my content is, again, I've got the screenshot. It says my content is, quote, harmful to viewers. It literally, like, you can look at it. It's on screen. Harmful to viewers. I don't know what that means. And again, clearly, it doesn't mean anything. But there is no appeal process. It just says, wait 30 days. That's all it says. But yeah, I mean, again, who knows if this is like a first wave of something? I don't know. I don't know if, you know, let's say I might get banned tomorrow. I don't, know what's happening. Hello, Max. So again, if you appreciate me in any capacity, definitely try to join my Discord. And if you're curious, I will, again, I've got a tweet. If you want to retweet, if you just want to give me a retweet, you know what I'm doing. You know. Come on.
Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
So if you do want to give me a retweet, which is of course the opinion of somebody, I linked my tweet on the subject. Now again, I just want to say again, YouTube pulled my stream from January 6th as well. And so they still haven't responded to that. So that's like another pending issue from a couple weeks ago. So if you like want to retweet that as well, I just put this on screen. But again, as you can see, they removed my stream of January 6th, saying it is spam and deceptive practices and a scam. Now, I don't quite know what or how a live stream covering C-SPAN could be a scam. Doesn't make any sense. So again, YouTube is kind of not sending their best right now. And in fact, I don't know what's going on quite. But again, if y'all would help me in any capacity, that would be cool. Increasing my Patreon tier. I should make a $69 Patreon tier. What a sloppy explanation. They're censoring you for my political views. Yes. And again, this is happening to a bunch of other people. Apparently, The Amazing Atheist, some journalists I follow, the Convo Couch got donked. I'm seeing some other leftist podcasts that I don't know the names of off the top of my head that people have sent me. Somebody named Hannah Reloaded, someone sent me that said they are saying that they got demonetized. So this is happening to a bunch of people. So it's not just me. So I wouldn't, like, we can postulate why it happened to me and as well as these other people. We can postulate that, and that's not necessarily a bad thing to postulate. However, it is not necessarily something that I did exclusively. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's like, oh, is it that title of a video you uploaded yesterday? Like, probably not, because it's happening to a lot of other people. So Status Quo had original footage that was reused by authoritative channels, yet Status Quo is the only one that got dinged. And yeah, mine got dinged. Because I used Status Quo's footage in my January 6th stream as well. So did CNN. Like, so did the New York Times. Like, so did fucking MSNBC, right? And all of their videos are perfectly fine. So again, it really is just a matter of if you've got that, you know, corporate backing, you're good to go. We stan you. Not really standing is cringe, but you're awesome. Hey, standing is only cringe when it's not me. If you stan me, it's fine. That's great. If you stan literally anyone else, well, I'm gonna have to speak to your parents. Is it also happening with small right-wing podcasters? I don't know. My whole channel is demonetized. Not just certain videos, not just live streams. My entire YouTube channel is demonetized. And that's another thing, is I don't know how this affects my pending payouts. So for example, January was the highest earning month on my YouTube's history. I don't know if this means that I'm not going to make that money. I would be shocked if that were the case. If it meant that I wouldn't make them, like, I'm sure they're still going to pay out that cash, but I don't know. I have no idea. So until I get that cash, which the YouTube payout is usually on the 21st of each month, or the following month. So I would get my January check on February 21st. Theoretically, I don't know. So until that happens, I'm just going to assume that I'm not going to get that money, just for the sake of, like, not counting on it. Yeah, so I don't know how that works. Quick question, not telling you to make one. You suffer from Tourette's. Sorry for my terrible grammar. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I am so sorry, but I don't know what that means. Jordan's a dick, but boy, he does good on the ground reporting. I mean, I don't really have a personal opinion on Jordan Sheridan. But I do love their status quo's, like, you know, Trump rally coverage. And of course they did really good stuff on January 6th, though. But I don't watch enough of their videos in order to have, like, a developed opinion on them as commentators. I know that they've said questionable stuff, but I think everyone is, except for me, of course. Except for me, of course. But I think everyone has said some questionable stuff, so I'm not entirely sure. My phone went off. I will try to use Discord. Yeah, if y'all could join my Discord, that would make things a lot easier, because it would mean, it would just mean that I can get this information across a lot easier. So definitely try to join my Discord. But yeah, apparently it's happening to a lot of people. So again, I want to say this. It's happening. It's liberating because you don't have to worry. I never worry about what I post. I just want to say that, like, I never worry. Like, I just post what I post and I make what I make. Really, the most influence I've ever had when it comes to monetization is, like, every now and then before the election, I would make a Joe Biden video. If he said something dumb or if he, like, misspoke or something, I'd make a video about it just because I knew boomers would watch the video and I'd get, like, fucking $50 in ad revenue. That's the most I've ever done when it comes to, like, doing things for monetization purposes. So that doesn't really affect me. Do I think AOC is a sellout? No. I don't. Sorry to hear this. Hopefully it's just a temporary glitch, kind of like Trump's brain. Gotta go. I'll see you, cat lady. Again, it's happening to a lot of people. Have I reached out to Nomiki? I have not personally as of this current moment. But I'm going to assume that she is aware of the situation at her earliest convenience. And, again, this is happening to a lot of people. So I have had people tell me that they are going to support me, and that they are going to get the message across to other certain individuals. Which definitely makes my stress levels go down. Yeah, I guess she's doing a show, so I don't know. It's happened to, like, at least 10 people that I've seen. So unless everyone's just been reported by, like, it's not something to do with that, I would assume. I'm just trying to figure out what incentive YouTube would have to demonetize small podcasts. They might be trying to ban left-wing content as some sort of, like, house cleaning thing. Like, they might be doing, like, look, we banned both sides. Both sides. You know what I mean? Like, that might be what their angle is, but I'm not sure. I really just don't know. And again, I want to be clear as well. YouTube will run advertisements on videos whether or not I'm in the partner program. So that means it's not necessarily that my content is just so unmonetizable that they can't even bother with it. It's that they do not want to give me a cut of the monetized value. So they're still going to run advertisements on my content, and they're still going to make money off of my content. It's just that now I don't make a cut of that money. So that's another thing that you need to understand. Time to join Dave Rubin's Patreon clone. Hell yes. Is this my main source of income? Not necessarily. It's one of my main sources of income. I would say YouTube ad revenue is maybe around 50% of my income. So, like, am I able to pay the bills with the other 50%? Probably. But, at the same time, I like having the room to be comfortable. You know what I mean? I love not having to worry about, what am I going to be able to pay the rent next month or whatever? I love... Like, that's the thing, was ad revenue is a lot more stable than donations and super chats and stuff. Not to, I'm not, it's just that's the case. Super chats are extremely variable based on, and like PayPal and Patreon is very variable based on what people have at their disposal and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, but I mean, if y'all would want to try to help to make up for that deficit, of course, that would mean a lot. And again, if you give me cash now, I would appreciate it tremendously. Just like whatever you got, you know. And if you want me to thank you, I would like to thank you, but I don't know if y'all want me to read your full names or your first names or whatever. So I don't want to like violate someone's privacy if they give me money on PayPal or something. So, yeah. Jordan is going on Jimmy today, and they're talking about YouTube deplatforming. Well, why isn't Jimmy letting me on his show? That's the really important question. I have been deplatformed. I am a poor, transgender, minority woman, and I am being deplatformed, and I am being censored right now. This is unbelievable. Cannot believe it. In fact, I won't believe it. I refuse to believe it. So, just throwing that out there. But, yeah, apparently, like, a lot of other people are having this issue. So it is, again, not just me. Which, again, leads me to believe it's not, like, you know, my titles being too cheeky or something like that. This has happened to at least 10 people that I've counted so far. Including people that I don't like. But, I mean, again, obviously, they have every right to make money on YouTube, so... How long does this last? I don't know. I have no information. Hello, plushiness. I have absolutely no information on this whatsoever. So, seems like they're censoring the left. Obviously, they're censoring the left. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. I got hair in my mouth, I think. Okay. The hair is executed. All right. Wow. Okay. I'm going to look at some more Twitter stuff here. So again, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully the donos will cover me until I get sorted. Just in case anyone's curious, my financial situation, I'm good enough to be fine for the month of February, so I'm not in any immediate issue. Again, YouTube pays you a month later, so I'm the next 2 months I'm good when it comes to money. But anything more than that, I am not certain. And so, again, that's why this situation... Now, again, they could reinstate the monetization, tomorrow. Again, it's happening to a lot of people, so it seems that this is something that if they do fix, they'll fix it for everyone, I assume. But I'm not sure. It's also possible that they won't reinstate it. It's also possible that once the 30-day period or whatever expires and I reapply, that they will accept it or they won't accept it. So there's so many possible different routes here. Do I mind having viewers that disagree with me? No, I don't, as long as you're not a bitch about it. Thanks for being honest. Others will just beg and beg for money when shit like this happens. Big ups. Well, I mean, I have no reason to lie. I mean, I guess I do have a reason to lie. It's everyone, please. I guess I do have a reason to lie. But I'm not going to. Maybe it'll change in 5 minutes. I don't know. There's no way to know. Like, that's the thing, is we cannot control what YouTube does. Like, you can influence it a little bit. You can, like, send them a tweet, that kind of thing. You can do all kinds of stuff like that. But we ultimately cannot influence YouTube's decision in any decision, in any realistic fashion. Obviously, besides, like, tweeting at them, emailing them, that kind of stuff. That's really the limitation there. However, again, as far as my personal finances are concerned, obviously, if this is the scenario, I will tighten my belt, I guess. I mean, I don't, like, necessarily spend money frivolously, as it is. So, I mean, you know, if you want to help me, you know, be financially secure all the way up until April or May, I would appreciate that. Because, again, who knows how this is going to develop. I really just don't know. I know, I see it all the time just for that. I like you, 45. Thank you. You have much more of a reason to lie than when a rich MF like Tim Pool would literally be yeah, no, I mean, I feel you. Y'all. I'm sensing some bad vibes in the chat room. I'm going to have to request a kindful request that if there are bad vibes in the chat room, that right now we stop with the bad vibes. You don't need to argue with each other about whatever, you know. It doesn't matter who's right, doesn't matter who's wrong. We should focus on the topic at hand, and that's giving me money. But, I'm gonna have to hold off on that Gucci bag. I know, right? That shit was in my shopping cart. Now I'm gonna have to click save for later. Fuck. But switch to entertainment. I'm not going to change my style. Just invest in more AMC. Yes, AMC will save me. It's no longer about saving AMC. It's about AMC saving me. That's what this is about. Speaking of AMC saving me, Dogecoin is at 3.5 cents, everybody. Alert. Dogecoin, 3.5 cents. Damn. Yo, I made some actual, like, legit cash. Holy crap. Wow. Dogecoin is going to come to the rescue, everybody. Is it possible Kyle switched to entertainment? I don't know what you mean. Kyle Kalinske switched his YouTube videos to the entertainment tag? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I can't possibly really speculate on that. What I can speculate on is Dogecoin going up. That's what I can speculate on. But again, I want to just, you know, talk about Hive again. Because again, another platform that I utilize every day to post my content is Hive, and you can make an account on this link. For those of you that don't know, Hive is a social media platform based on cryptocurrency. So I post my content here, and then people upvote it. Like, imagine like you would upvote something on Reddit, except instead of your upvote just being a dopamine hit, instead of that, it's actually tied to money. So if you upvote my content, you get money and I get money. It's a 50-50 split. So for example, this video is $7. I would make half of the $7, and then the other half is distributed among the voters. So if you vote on my content, you get paid, I get paid. It's mutually beneficial. And this is a really good platform. And if you want to make an account here, again, if I do get reinstated, that's great. But either way, this is something we can do to get some money on the side. And if you need help with that, feel free to send me a message, an email, or a message on Discord. Hive does not do ads. There are no advertisements. You can send me anything on anything, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. But if you need help, or you could just feel free to ask in the chat room. But when you make an account, again, it is a cryptocurrency. So when you do make an account, you're going to have to make sure that you save your passwords in like a notepad You can write it down. You know, make sure you do not lose the password to your Hive account if you make one. If you do lose the password, there's a high likelihood that you'll not get the account back. It is, again, a blockchain. It is not owned by a company, so there is no forgot your password. There is none of that stuff. So I just want you to understand that. When does the Andrea cryptocurrency start? I'll make a crypto. If y'all are willing to buy a crypto, I'll make one. There's infinity Dogecoins that aren't expected to go up in this universe. Well, joke's on you. It just did go up. So, and I made some cash. So, oops, right? You're bad. Feel free to send me anything on anything. Now you're just asking for trouble. I mean, if you can send me whatever. I mean, you know, I accept multiple kinds of things. But yeah, thank you to everyone again who's given me PayPal cash and Patreon subscriptions. Patreon, I don't offer anything on Patreon. So like you don't get any behind the scenes content. I used to do that for gaming videos, but then I noticed nobody watched them, so I'm like, right? So I'm just not going to bother with that. Is it Hive? I could stream on Hive platforms, but we'll go into that if that's necessary. For right now, I'm sticking on YouTube. I didn't mean to change your style. Just like, yeah, I know what you mean now, Caro. I know what you mean. Make Patreon vloggers? I mean, maybe. Maybe. I hope to help soon. Great work. I mean, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like, I don't want anyone else, just, you know, for the record, I don't want anyone else to stress over finances. Like, if you don't, you know, have that much money, don't worry about it. Like, if you've got the cash to spare and you like my streams and you like what I do, now's the time to help me out, I suppose. I don't know. But if you don't, then don't worry about it. Because like I said before, I'm going to be fine for at least the next couple months. But again, we'll see how this develops. I'm not going to stress about it too much until it develops into something that, like, you know, again, if, let's say, 2 weeks from now, I'm still demonetized and, you know, it's looking like it's not going to be reinstated, then I'll start stressing. But as of this moment, I'm not entirely sure, you know, if that's gonna, if, you know, I don't need to stress until I know I need to stress. So don't worry about me. I'm fine for right now. But we'll see. Listen, if I know my bills are paid for the month, I'm supporting you. That's that, period. I'll take it. I mean, I'm not going to give it back. Well, I mean, if you need it, you know, thank you is, in other words, thank you. But, yeah, no, I mean, again, I appreciate it. So you wanted to be the 60, I have 69 patrons. What? There's no way I have 69 patrons. That's unbelievable. Okay, I have 60. There you go. That's a lot more reasonable. I have 60 patrons? What? I mean, thank you, thank you. Maybe I should post more on there. Oh, Max is back. Max was playing with the doggies downstairs. Hello, Max. Max, I'm not gonna be able to feed you anymore. Max, you're gonna go hungry, Max. Oh, you're gonna starve, Max. YouTube is gonna starve you. They're not letting you eat. Oh. Reminder to give me money so that Max can eat tomorrow. Max, you're gonna have to go scavenge. Oh, you sneezed in my face. Oh. Anyway. But yeah, again, you don't need to necessarily, like, in the short term, I'm okay. Like I was saying before, as far as finances are concerned, I'm covered at least until April. But I mean, obviously, anything could happen. I mean, like, you know, I could, you know, get COVID and be in the hospital. I mean, like, I could, you know, fall down the stairs and like break my leg, you know, like one of the cars could explode, or, you know, like there could be an emergency of some kind and I need to, you know, so anything could happen that could deplete my finances. But as of this moment, I'm not entirely super worried. I try, as far as stress goes, I try to just decompartmentalize that shit and just don't worry about it until I need to. And as of this moment, I don't need to. So I'm not necessarily super worried. But again, if you want to back me up as of this current moment, again, you know, if you do give me money, basically all you're doing is extending the amounts of comfort. So, like, for example, if I got enough cash over the next couple days, maybe I'd be fine until May. That kind of a thing. So really all you're doing is kind of extending my ability to be comfortable. So I'm, you know, again, but YouTube is the bulk of my income. Super chats, again, I would assume that when it comes to super chats, that the people that give me the super chats would be okay transferring that monetary transfer to PayPal. That's my assumption. If that's not the case, then I might be in a little bit more of a problem, because ad revenue is not that much in total. But YouTube, that is ad revenue and super chats combined, YouTube is a significant majority of how much money I make. So YouTube, like, total is probably like 80%. And then Patreon is like maybe like 10%. And then, like, you know, so I'm just like throwing that out there. So again, if you want to like help me out, that is appreciated. But again, also, this is happening to other people as well. So I don't know. I know that it's happened to a couple journalists. Someone told me it happened to the Amazing Atheist. It's happened to the Convo Couch, who I've feuded with, you know, but obviously everyone deserves to have their content be monetized if it's monetizable. You know what I mean? Like, if an advertiser is like, I want to advertise on this content, no one should be able to say, no, you can't do, like, that's my opinion anyway. So yeah, so Hannah Reloaded, whom I don't know, but they have said the same thing on Twitter. So this is not just me. This is myself and a bunch of other people. I don't know if, you know, I've seen some other people, but I don't remember their names. So it's not just me. So that means, again, I'm less worried about it. If it were just me, like, when I started this stream, I thought it was just me that this happened to, and I was much more stressed. But now that I know it is not just me, now that I know that it is a lot of people happening, either, again, it's like some mass, like, house cleaning or purge of left-wing channels and monetization, that's possible, or two, it's a mistake and they're going to remedy it. We don't know yet. So it's really just a matter of waiting until we figure that out. Have I played Mega Man Powered Up? Nope. I have it, though. Yeah, again, Autumn Sword and Vocal Majority, I'm going to be honest, and again, I'm just being honest. You know me, I'm an honest person. I have not been reading your argument. Because, I mean, again, I'm just being honest. I haven't been reading the argument, so. But again, I would rather y'all not argue with each other, and instead, if we could figure out what we can do in the meantime, or just discuss, like, I would rather not have arguments going on. That's my opinion. I would prefer to have a good vibes in the chat, so just saying, just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Hope your issues get sorted out. Have a nice rest of the day. Thank you, Don't Be Mad. Have a nice day, too. Reminder, don't eat sugar, motherfucker. That's in everyone. Everyone's a motherfucker. Mass repression. Who cheered? A call for unity. Unity, please. We need unity. I don't know why YouTube is being so divisive right now. Like, YouTube is being extremely divisive. All I really want here is unity. We're not cussing at each other, different opinions. All right, I'm just saying, like, don't, you know, keep good vibes. Y'all can disagree and that's fine, but just, you know, I'm just saying, I want everyone here to be friends. That's my opinion. Yeah, we gotta talk about these hot sauce options for AMC. Now that I'm pretty sure this chat has a majority of AMC shares, we're gonna have to start talking about these hot sauce options. Yeah, imagine, like, your dessert for the day is, I'm gonna eat ketchup with my French fries. That's your dessert for the day. Not, I don't know, a yummy chocolate bar. Not, I don't know, like some ice cream. Not like, I'm just gonna have some ketchup on my French fries. And then you've eaten your daily allotment of added sugar. Now, we all know that the American diet is, dude, you're gonna have ketchup on the French fries and a Coca-Cola and ice cream and this and that. So we know that the American diet is fucked. Reminder, 88% of Americans have a form of metabolic syndrome, which leads to insulin resistance, which leads to pre-diabetes, which leads to diabetes. So we all know that 88% of Americans are fucked and they don't know how to eat. And that's not their fault. It's the American education system not telling anybody, right? It's just, all right, they're just going to lie to you and tell you that bad food is healthy and that healthy food is bad, and then you just think that and then you die, right? So it's like, okay. But so I'm just saying, like, you know, be healthy, you know, live your life, and I know, like, the ice cream tastes good, but, like, you can't have it every day. And if you're eating ketchup, if you're eating any food with added sugar, you might as well be eating ice cream every day. There's not much of a difference. I'm just throwing that out there. Hello, Jenna Nix. Goodbye, Jenna Nix. Have a good one. Just a quick comment. Your channel has influenced and motivated me to live a bit better and deal with my depression better. Your channel is a good source of copium and information. Thank you, Quincy. That means a lot to me, to be honest with you. I wish that, you know, like, my big thing is, like, when I was going through a lot of, like, my depression and eating disorders and, like, kind of, like, that stuff, I didn't have many resources to go, like, to have, like, I didn't have, like, a YouTuber that I could watch that, like, understood all my problems or whatever and was able to articulate them in a way that could help me. So I really do want to be that for other people. And so, like, you know, again, that means a lot. Like, if I can help you in any fashion, just get through the world, you know, like, that's the goal. Like, as far as I'm concerned, mission accomplished. So, what are you gonna do? But, again, I mean, I'm not, as far as, like, unless my channel gets deleted, which, again, who knows, right? It could happen at any point. So, again, if you want to join my Discord server, that would be an ideal way to keep tabs on me. And if you want to retweet or follow me on Twitter on my post with YouTube, that would help me tremendously. So again, you want to decentralize the way you get information from me and every other content creator. Like, if you follow people on YouTube, follow them on Twitter, join their Discords, you know, get their emails. Maybe I should do an email list. Do you think I should do an email list? Who would sign up for my email list? If I did an email list, and let's say, like, every couple days, or like every day I post an email, and that's how you find all my content for the day, whatever. Should I do that? Would people sign up? Like, you want to decentralize the way that you get information from people, because you never know when big tech is going to step in and go, whoopsie doozy. You just never know. So you want to be able to decentralize your ability of getting information as much as possible. Good idea. I would. All right, I'm gonna write that in a notepad for me to do over the next couple days. Is get an email list. I don't know how that works, so sounds like I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. But once that happens, I'll figure that out. So, yeah. Maybe I should start posting updates on Patreon more. I'm not sure. Do it like Lee Camp does, make it shareable. I don't quite know what that means. I don't follow Lee Camp, and I don't know what making an email list shareable means. Like with like little like links you can click, like tweet out this, or like, you know, like that stuff, maybe, I don't know. Did they cite any specific policies? Hello, Metalsim Music. This is all I got. It says my content it focuses on controversial issues and that is harmful to viewers. So, I don't know if that means me talking about police brutality. I don't know if that means that they're trying to say that me talking about police brutality is in and of itself harmful to viewers. I don't know if they're saying that controversial issues are harmful to viewers. I don't know if they're saying it's controversial issues or harmful to viewers, because it does say and, it doesn't say or. So it says content that focuses on controversial issues and that is harmful to viewers. So if it says or, I would imagine it's one or the other, but it says and, so I don't quite know what that means. So and as far as I understand, it doesn't mean anything. And this has also happened to several other people, at least 10 that I've seen. And I'm sure once I stop the stream and do some more Twitter poking, I'll find out more people that it's happened to. But this has happened to at least 10 people in left-wing media spaces. And just for the sake of argument, I'll say Convo Couches and left-wing. Just for the sake of this argument, I know. Right, but they also got demonetized. So again, it's happening to people in this kind of sphere. So it's not just me. So I want that to be understood. I will happily attest that I've never been harmed by any of your content, nor do I consider your content harmful to anyone. Thank you for that testimony. I appreciate that. It's always vague. Yep, that's how they get you. Complete bullshit that they enforce that, but let official news network channels gain monetization and aren't even age restricted. It's a giant disaster. Abso-fucking-lutely, it is a gigantic disaster. So, again, I want to say that if you have sent me money on PayPal and all that stuff, I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And if you are signing up for my Patreon, I really appreciate it. I really do. And go check and see if any other of your YouTube subscriptions or whatever are in need of anything. I don't know. Just, do your own due diligence, right? I watched your content and it broke my arms. Oh no. Harm to viewers. My eyes. Oh wait, I can still see you, but you just don't get paid. That's bullshit. I know. Right? Can I switch to Twitch? No, I cannot. That is a story for another day, but no, I cannot. There were times when my content was tolerable. Oh, come on now. Come on. It has to be the cussing. Again, I am not down to attribute it to any of my particular actions, considering it's happened to so many different people. So this is it's not just me that's in the situation. Over the last 2 hours or hour and a half, right? It's happened to at least 10 other people, including journalists, including other podcasters. So it's, unless they just had a blanket ban on the word fuck or something, and everyone who's ever said fuck in the YouTube channel history got dinged. Unless that's the case, I doubt that it's anything I did in specific. What's the PayPal price for Doom 64? I don't know. Jimmy Dore cusses more than Andrea. That is not true. I take offense to that. To be honest with you, I take offense to that. Status Coup got hit too? Yowza. Okay, I take it back. You fucking better, motherfucker. Big Sugar lobbyist coming at you for my healthy eating stance. Big Sugar. I knew they'd strike at some point, right? But yeah, I mean, I am down to just sit here and do nothing, right? I'm down to just sit here and do nothing. But I'm not even making ad revenue anymore, right? So do I really need to sit here and do nothing? Have I said everything that I need to say? I don't know. Because I was in the middle of enjoying my afternoon. I was in the middle of cleaning my room a little bit. I was walking the dog. I was in a groove, and then I'm well, I gotta stream this bullshit. So Did I ever cover that I already I'm not covering any scoops besides this one today. I'll do that tomorrow, Mudjo. I finally figured out how to join the Discord. God, I'm dense. It's alright, Bob. Bob. I appreciate that. What do I think of the Internet Archive PS1 emulator? Seeing all your speedruns got me psyched for Doom 2. I don't know what the Internet Archive PS1 emulator is. But I did a Doom 2 speedrun not last Sunday, but the Sunday before that. So if you want to go watch that, that would be really cool. YouTube is actually run by an army of cats, and your stream featured Max too heavily. That's very possible. What are we supposed to do to help? Well, if you want to help me, get like undemonetized or remonetized, what you can do is reply to my tweet on Twitter, and in your reply, specifically type again, I know they're already tagged, but type it again, at Team YouTube, and be nice. I mean, you don't have to be nice, but you should be nice, and say that, this is not applicable to my situation, say that this is an accident, this, to fix the situation. If you want to help me personally, outside of remonetizing my YouTube, you can send me money on PayPal or on Patreon. That would profoundly help me, just like, deal with the levels of cortisol going through my body. And that would be very nice of you. But if you cannot do that, then that's, don't stress about it. I definitely do not want to, you to have to stress about that. Based on how much money I was making in January, maybe you were on your way to dwarfing everybody else. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I was making a lot of money in January, so I don't know. PayPal takes the least amount of a cut. If you do friends and family on PayPal, I get 100%, assuming you're from the United States of America. If you're international, there is going to be a fee. Friends and family would mean that you eat the fee. Goods and services would mean that I eat the fee. And again, I appreciate anything that you can do to help me out. Again, just to be perfectly transparent, Gamer Hayden 49. I love this. When people do this, I love it. This is the person that did the Doom Builder video. That's me! That's me! I did a Doom Builder video like fucking 5 years ago. What's up? What if you were born in Kenya? Well, if you're born in Kenya, you can become the president of the United States. No, but, I don't know. I don't know. But again, just to be perfectly transparent, I'm good. You don't necessarily have to worry about me not being able to pay the bills, right now. I'm financially solvent up until April, as of this current moment. Again, unless there's like a giant disaster, or like, my plumbing bursts, or, like a tree falls through my window, or like, unless there's like an emergency, or like I get COVID, or I fall down the stairs, or, unless there's an emergency, I'm financially solvent for at least a couple months. But again, I don't know if this situation is going to be dealt with. I don't know what the long-term implications of this are. So again, if you want to help me out, all you're doing is basically extending the deadline of when I run out of money. So I would appreciate that. So again, if you give me some cash, maybe I can be fine until May, and then I'll have less stress hormones in my body. That kind of a situation. So yeah, that's my current. And again, I also, this is like, I shouldn't be doing this, but this calculation is based on me getting my paycheck from January. But I don't know if this will mean that they steal my money from AdSense. I'm going to assume that I'm still going to get my January payout. I don't know if I'm going to get a payout for like the first 2 days or 3 days of February. I don't know how that's going to go. And then again, the payout threshold on AdSense is $100. So for example, all the money I got, like theoretically all the money I got on February, I'm never going to get. So theoretically, if my channel does not get reinstated, I will not get the super chats from yesterday, the day before, and today. I will just never get that money because the payout threshold is $100. So theoretically, any super chats you gave me over the last 3 days, I'm not going to get. So you just kind of lost your money. And that, I just didn't realize that until now. You know, that China just like clicked on me. So that's like really fucked up. But again, they might reinstate it. I wouldn't worry about it right now. But in fact, what you can do is if you want to go on this Twitter thread and say that you were giving me super chats and my super chats are caught up in limbo, and say that you spent money on my channel and that you want a refund, see if you can try to get a refund on YouTube. Do what you can to see if you can get a refund for anything you gave to me over the last 3 days, because over the last 3 days, as of this current moment, it's all not going to, I'm never going to get it. So if you want to give me on PayPal, PayPal's the way that you get the, you know, least amount of fees. Patreon is a good one too, because Patreon is something that, again, if I got to a situation where, let's say I had $500 a month on Patreon, I would never really need to worry about anything. So like, again, that's kind of like more of like a month by month kind of thing. So I do if you could do both, I would appreciate that. If Patreon, like, both is ideal. But if you can only do one or only want to do one, PayPal is, you know, the superior option. But, you know, whoever donated should email YouTube and complain. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. Yeah, I just realized that that's going to be how this goes. Because, again, if let's say this happened next week, that wouldn't have been an issue because I'd probably have reached my $100 payout threshold. But I know for a fact that I've only made like $40 on February 1st and 2nd and the 3rd. And that's not the payout threshold. And if my account is disabled for monetization, I'm never going to get that money. Therefore, you got scammed. So I'm just being honest with you. So email them, try to get a refund, try to specify that you want my channel to be reinstated, do all of that kind of stuff. And then, you know, whatever you can do. And again, be as nice as possible. Don't call them like, you bullshit mother, like that. You know, you got to understand that, like, when you're doing this kind of stuff, you do it in a way that's most likely to get the response that you want. So, if you want to call them bullshit motherfuckers, you can do so in my Discord server, right? Like, that's all cool. But yeah, so, and again, if you know anybody or whatever, if you know anyone that would be able to help out or would be able to spread my channel, there's also the crisis opportunity that I could take advantage of, where, like, hey, I got censored. You know, like, you know, Glenn Greenwald, like, did a whole victory tour. Glenn Greenwald went on Joe Rogan because he claimed he got censored. So if you want to say, like, if you know a podcaster and you want to try to get me on their show because I got censored, feel free to, like, put in a good word. Maybe I'll get on Jimmy Dore's show. Maybe I'll get on someone else's show. You know, I'm down to do the podcast tour, right? You know, so, like, I, you know, theoretically can make, I could take advantage of the situation. But as of this current moment, it's a little bit of a disaster. But again, emphasizing a little bit, right now, I would say I make less money than every other YouTuber that I've seen report this issue, besides maybe a couple journalists. But at the same time, I make a decent chunk of money. So if you see someone with less money or less subscribers or less viewers than me who's in the same situation, I would say help them out before you help me out. But as, you know, again, most of the people that I've seen report this issue today, most of the people that have reported this issue today are definitely much wealthier than I am. So I know I'm low on the totem pole. So if you do want to back me up, I would really appreciate that. And anything helps. Because again, it's just extending my livability deadline. Because, you know, like, my situation is I like to plan ahead of time everything as much as possible. So, like, if I were to, let's say my computer explodes and, like, I break my arms and, like, I go blind on the same day, well, I'd have enough money probably to, like, you know, well, assuming all those things happen, I don't know. I'm trying to come. My point is, if you want to help me out, I appreciate it. But if you can't, don't worry about it. If you can, I would appreciate it. Whatever. I don't like acting like a fucker on that regard. But it's the game, and I'm playing the game. This is the game. We're playing it, and yeah, so. But yeah, super chats are disabled. So again, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so again, I could just sit here and just like, hey everybody, what's up? Like, I could just sit here all day and do nothing. But I was in the middle of enjoying my day. So I'm gonna try to get back to that relatively soon. I don't mind joining Patreon, but I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. Stop. Motherfucker.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
I fucking can't. Again, I will probably stream tomorrow morning. I mean, I will, unless my YouTube channel is, like, unless that happens, I will be live tomorrow. And if you do see any information, let's say you see this happen to someone else, I don't care who else it's happened to. If you see, like, fucking Donald Trump Jr. got censored, like, if you see anyone else report a similar situation to me, doesn't matter what, I'm just curious and broadening my understanding of the situation. You can email me at andrea@speed.dog. That is my email. And you can post a link in my Discord if you'd like to do that as well. That's probably going to be the best way that we can keep in touch right now. Go to Twitch. That is not possible. That's a story for another day, and maybe I'll tell that story tomorrow. I'm not sure, but Twitch is not an option for me. So if I do go to another platform, I might do Periscope again, but like people really hated that. And also I think Periscope's shutting down, so I don't know. My podcasts are also an audio form uploaded on Anchor, but I've been a little slow on that because I didn't do them over the course of the whole time I was in New Jersey. So I'm still uploading back episodes on there. But again, you can subscribe to that, and it's on Spotify and all that crap. So if you want to listen to the show in audio form, again, I gotta get all these shows from the last 2 weeks on there because I was out of town, so I just didn't do it. I know, I'm sorry. So I'm a couple of weeks behind, so you're gonna see me upload back updates. Start my own left-wing exclusive video platform a la Parler, just not shitty. Again, I'm also on a platform called Hive. And I'm going to show you this again. Hive, I post all my content here via a platform called d.tube. And so I will be able to post videos here. And again, if you make a website, or if you make an account rather on this website, you can start upvoting me, and then you will make money and I will make money. And if you can leave comments, and then if you leave comments, I can upvote the comments. You will make money. I will make money. This is a way to decentralize our experience in community building from YouTube. Do I have a podcast? Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. So again, if you want to help out by just making an account on Hive, that would be really nice. And if you have any questions on that, you can DM me. You can send me an email. I will try to help you as soon as possible. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you've never spoken to me, if you're someone who's afraid to use the chat room because you've got social anxiety or anything, that's fine. And if you still want to, I will help you. I do not mind. If you want to retain privacy, I do not mind. So I don't know how I can make you trust me as a person if that's your, but I can tell you that I will respect your boundaries if you don't, because I know there's a lot of people that watch my show and stuff that don't post in the chat because they're not, and there's people that watch the archives and all that. So I know that my audience is not just the people in the chat right now. So I just wanted to point that out. But I think I'm going to log off here. So again, if you see any updates, anyone else post that they had a similar situation, let me know. I'll be back in the morning, and we'll see how this goes. This is certainly going to be interesting. And again, if you gave me money and subscribed on Patreon and all that stuff, I really appreciate it. And just let me know what I need to do in order to make you happy, and I will try my best. Yeah, thank you all. I'm gonna do a classic outro just for the sake of giving us some comic relief. So thank you all. Y'all have a good one. And I'll be back tomorrow.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
And then they have cans of soup, force. And when they get caught, and when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
But you have to go home now. And where it should have stopped is at the deal stand when they thought about it. $7 million for reef fish management. Bad deal. Should have never been thought of.
Dumb people, liberal people.
Mr. Sam, if I could just get the sentence out. We could talk about Jimmy. Jimmy Dore will go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
Get your words straight, Jack.
Look, talk about education. Crazy. They have every problem coming to them. We have to make sure that every single child does in fact have from home. The problems that come from home. We have one school psychologist for every 1,500 kids in America today. It's crazy. The teachers are and I'm married to a teacher. My deceased wife is a teacher. Help? They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear word.
Dumb people, liberal people.
Look, talk about education. I propose that what we take is those very poor schools, Title I school, triple the amount of money we spend for $15 to $45 billion a year. Give every single teacher a raise to the equal raise getting out the $60,000 level. Number two, make sure that we bring in to help the teachers.